All my A's fans out there, it is your buddy Chris Rose from John Boy Media. Well, I know that A's fans, you're always looking for a home out there, right? So I would tune in to the Faithful Few podcasts out there. They're a part of the House Always Wins Media Network. And yeah, that's your one stop shopping for all A's.
Hello and welcome back to the Faithful Few. Today is August 13th, 2026. The A's are 47-74.
They sure are, bud.
Oh, it's football season, ain't it?
Yeah, it sure is. Preseason game 1, baby. Tonight.
Yeah, no, it was tonight, and I couldn't really watch it in how I'd like to because I was driving home from work, and I was kind of paying attention and keeping with Fernando a little bit, but I was happy to see him get in the end zone, and yeah, man, I'm excited for football, dude. But
yeah,
how are you feeling about the Niners? Just quick.
Hey, just got to be healthy. Starters got to get in there and actually do their thing. So defense should be a little bit better this year. Injuries can't keep looming.
Yeah,
20 guys out last week and just in practice, but I think week 1 we'll start hot. But hey, still got some baseball to take care of.
Definitely have some baseball to take care of. The A's are going to be playing baseball games for the rest of the year, so that is something.
Since we've last recorded, since we've last seen everybody, the A's are 2-7. Hey, they won a series against the actual best team in baseball. So that's cool.
You just can't make this shit up, dude.
But still, A's are still 2-7 since the last time we saw you guys. But hey, I guess a win's a win at this point.
Lots happened since last time we recorded. Lots happened, but I mean, I do want to take it back for a second because I want to stay consistent with this new segment. We had a new segment last week. I think it'll be good going forward. Just, when we're in a shitty part of the season where the A's are out of it, to go back in time. So this day, August 13th in 2002, the A's started a famous 20-game win streak on this day, which I was a pretty young kid when they had that streak. Yeah. I don't remember it being this late in the year.
It's crazy to think. Moneyball shows it. Yes, it does. Throughout the movie, but as a fan later on, being older, you're like, dude, they were winning up until September 4th. The 20th game was that's crazy.
That's an insane run for that late in the season. That's electric. I know. I don't think I didn't realize that. So looking back, but I do have the starters from that game. The A's beat the Blue Jays that day, 5-4 in 2002 on this date. Barry Zito got the W. Billy Koch with the save, and Chris Carpenter got the L with the Blue Jays, which is, all three of those names are awesome. I love hearing names like that, years later.
Shout out Jermaine Dye with a tank in the game too. Hell yeah,
Dye had a tank. Yeah, pretty awesome. So that's a fun one for this day in A's history, going back. What is it? 24 years now, whatever it is.
We're only
pretty crazy.
We're not, like you said, we're not too much older than that, baby.
No, we're not. I got to see you this past week. We had a good time in Cali.
That's right.
Just pretty quick trips both together. But my boy, one of my best friends in the world, Calvin, got married, and
congrats to Cal, baby. Finally got it done.
Beautiful wedding. I think it went about as picture perfect as you could have it. All the boys were celebrating. I think Mariah really loved it. So they're a beautiful couple. They're meant for each other. I think they're just getting a wonderful life, and it was great to be out there, and also great to see you. So yeah, anytime I can make an excuse, I can see you too.
No, it was a lot of fun, man. I know you were busy most of the, earlier in the week when you first got out here. You had the rehearsal and everything else, but Friday we were able to see each other most of the day. Finally introduced you to the greatest movie, Tropic Thunder, dude. The new one with Jack Black and everybody else, Robert Downey Jr. Everybody, that whole cast is just incredible.
A complete oversight on my part, never seen that movie. So thank you for showing me that, because Jack Black is absolutely hilarious in that movie.
I'm going to bite into its eye.
Yeah, we were cracking up that whole morning.
Strap me to the tree.
That movie was killing me. Anyway, so yeah, as far as the A's go, big news. Pretty much a couple days after we recorded last week.
Yeah,
was David Forst. Been with the team since 2005, president of baseball ops, GM of the A's, pretty much been in control of this team for a while, a little bit under Billy Beane. he gets canned. He gets fired. And then the A's announced it, which I thought was interesting, as a mutual parting of ways. And then you see Rosenthal, you see Pass, and you see these other insiders come out and go, this was not mutual. This was a firing.
And that's the craziest thing that you were talking about. Like, when it first happened, everyone posted like, oh yeah, it was mutual. He didn't feel like he was part of the Vegas thing going forward. So they in talks, mutually parted ways. And then what happens a couple of days later? Like, just like you said, it's like, hey, wasn't so cut and dry as everybody thinks. So
yeah, and kind of peeling back the curtain a little bit. And I think it shows. I mean, John Fisher gets his criticism, I think, fairly so, from a lot. From Oakland fans, from current fans, just teams or fans of this team before and after and current. So he gets a lot of criticism, but I will say with this firing, I thought it was going to be Kotsay that was going to get fired. I was expecting Forst. Now that Cuban's an investor in the team and them looming going to Vegas, I think he's feeling the pressure to win and, wanting to this team to be ready for Vegas because he knows he can't flop early. So whether pressure from Cuban or other investors or the MLB or whatever it is, at least they're trying to change something because they cannot have a repeat season like they've had this year and years before.
No, it's true, dude. And just to echo exactly what you said, it shows the fans, it shows the team, it shows everybody that we're at least trying to push not only money, but the thought of Vegas, like you said with Cuban, put everything forward. You can, I personally don't know how Kotsay still has a job. That's besides me. That's not that's not a discussion for today, but it will be and has been. But it just shows truthfully on the after a few days, after a week has passed now, it's like, oh hey, if you're trying to get this team right for Vegas and actually build and start, correct and win, let's do it. Let's
be a serious organization. Like it just hasn't felt like they've been serious in a long time, because of the money constraints that Fisher's put on it, or maybe the acquisitions that haven't worked out, or wherever you may have it. With Forst, I mean, Billy Beane was a master of turning guys, like flipping them no names into great players, like a Blake Trinan or something, or whoever you want to name. He's done that plenty of times. So Forst hasn't really done that since taking over. I think that's what's kind of missing. And then also the development and the culture and everything else behind that. So is that more on Kotsay or is that more on Forst? But I don't know any of that, but I do know that Forst is gone. At least there's a new direction going to be coming soon. And hopefully they can get this thing right. I don't know if Kotsay keeps his job with the new GM. I find it hard to believe because usually
new regime,
whenever they get a new regime in there, they want their own coaches, players, staff. It kind of is everywhere. They want all their own people. So I don't know how much control this new GM is really going to have. And, I bet if I had to put money on it, I would say they probably go and look at the Brewers or the Rays or some other small market teams and pluck from there. Or you could go to the Dodgers and pluck from that rich, GM pool, and just maybe that'll be your future. So I just want them to be a serious organization. I think that's what they're striving to be. So I think that showed during that Red Sox series and made that firing of Force like, okay, we're going to get serious for Vegas.
Absolutely. And it, like, just the echo, we're getting serious. But also, really quick shout out to the boys over at the Pesky Podcast for having me on as well. They shot us an invite prior to the Boston series, tried to get myself and Kobe on there. Kobe with the wedding, unfortunately, wasn't able to go on there, but,
a little busy.
Rit and Rob, thanks for having me on, boys. That was a lot of fun. Open invite whenever you guys want. Also, anytime the A's play the Sox in the future, I know we're going to all be jumping on as well. So thank you, boys, for that. And hey, now that the series is over, that's a series win, boys. Let's go.
Didn't go how y'all thought it would. It didn't go how I thought it would either, to be honest. I didn't think the A's were taking 2 out of 3 in Boston.
Peyton Tolley shutting shit down.
Peyton Tolley, that guy's nasty, dude. Like, it's fun to watch teams whenever the A's play and like watch guys on the other teams and see like, all right, dude's. I've kind of known him from afar, to some funny interviews and stuff, but watching him pitch, guy's legit, dude.
Yeah, against the A's, his last 2 starts against the A's, and then the one, it was either today or yesterday, same thing. He sat down his last 17 hitters. It's like, what?
Insane, dude.
But when you're that big and you're that, you're that active, let's do it. Love it.
Yeah, and I want to give a shout out into that series also. I think Gage Jump probably had the best start of his career. 11 strikeouts, and he was on. I loved it too because the A's are like never on national TV. So it's like if they're on national TV, they're usually playing a really good team or a popular team like the Red Sox. So having them on Fox Sports with Gage Jump on the bump, and then he goes out and shoves was like kind of reminded me when he had, I think it was his second career start. It was in Wrigley. And it was like, dude, you're in one of these historic venues. You're up against a good team, and you shoved there too. So like Gage Jump showing, hey, I've got legit shit, man. I've got stuff, and I can shove in these big moments. So I thought that was of that whole series. To me, that was like the most positive thing out of it.
100%, dude. It was awesome to see. It's like these guys, Jump and again, and these other, they have the stuff, but you just got to put it together. And unfortunately, this year it really hasn't gone that way. But there's these shining moments like this. You just go out there and shove. Just give me that ball. Get hype. You get these big outs, either big double plays, big, whatever it may be, and you're showing that emotion. Fire me up.
Yeah, I mean, 11 strikeouts, that's a legit number. I think anything above 7 really is really good. So, yeah, to do that in Boston, and then, I'm getting messages on, like, my personal Instagram from just Diamondback fans I know out here and, just random people who don't watch the A's, but they're watching because they're on national TV. Like, dude, this kid Jump is, like, legit. I'm like,
yeah,
this is the best he's looked, and it was awesome. So I really enjoyed that. It was actually nice to have something like if you're going to watch this team like we are. I mean, I'm not watching every day anymore like I was, but I'm trying to keep up and make sure I'm in the loop and watch games when I can. I'm going to watch it. It's nice to be rewarded with a nice start like that sometimes.
Yeah, he should be on the mound here either tomorrow or Saturday, I think. So the A's are playing at home against the Rangers, so we'll see how this weekend goes. But yeah, man, there's a lot of shining moments over the last couple of weeks, man. Like like you said, Lawrence Butler has been really turned it on. Truthfully, he's been hitting the ball. Who else was it?
Soderstrom's really hot.
Yeah, Tyler's hitting the ball. I mean, he's like a 7 or 8 game history, I think, right now.
Yeah, if Butler can bottle this and then have a great offseason, really get back in shape and be the Lawrence that we saw last year going into next year, it's like if there is baseball next year, but assuming there is, like. That would be incredible. I don't want to criticize the guy way too much because everyone does in this A's community, and it's like it's hard. He's an easy target, but the guy's mashing right now. So just bottle that, Lawrence. Like take that confidence in next year. Don't worry about social media. Don't just go out and ball, dude. Be you. You got that contract for a reason.
Yeah, and that was a great question from the boys at the podcast, Pesky podcast. Like they asked, who can be a real leader in that clubhouse? Do you think Lawrence Butler is that guy? I just said, hey, he's got to grow up, and he's got it. I mean, he's going to be a figure in that clubhouse who can do it. But, when you got boys like Kurtz, Rooker, other these big names, Severino, it's like you got to put your name out there. And when you're hitting the ball and you're calling these players-only meetings, like, yeah, it's a glimmer. But it's like, hey, keep it up. Keep the off the field stuff off the field.
That's the biggest thing is, like, he is a vocal leader. And like that's great, but you have to back it up because if you don't back it up, all that talk's going to fall on deaf ears. So the guys are not going to listen. So
he did that first for that first few games after. But I mean, hey, you turn it on now, so be it. Absolutely, dude. Yeah, and
that's why you got criticized so much for calling that player's teammate because it's like, dude, you haven't hit all year, but he's hitting now, so he's backing it up. I'm not criticizing him at all. We'll keep it moving.
Yeah, I would say who else is back is Wilson.
I was just speak of the devil. So yeah, that's who I was going to bring up next. Shakeup Wilson sets an all-time MLB record. I mean, we're talking about a game that's been around 200 plus years at a premier position.
Anytime you're breaking records in the MLB history,
you go through the annals
at a position like shortstop.
You go through the annals of MLB history. Ozzie Smith, Andrelton Simmons, any Cal Ripken Jr., whoever you want to name at these premier defensive shortstops, and he's the guy. He set an all-time record for consecutive errorless streak of 111 games. And I want to bring up the fact I listened to All on Green today, supporting our guy Robbie and Andrew. It's a great show. Love the boys. They always put in a great show. But I did have a little bit of a disagreement with them, a little bit of contention.
Okay.
I consider myself. I respect analytics, but I respect it to a point where. Do the analytics I'm reading overtake my actual judgment of how I'm feeling about the player and watching the player? And I would say Jacob Wilson, like when I watch him play shortstop, he's got a cannon for an arm. He can get to almost every ball, But when I hear stats like defensive runs saved, or maybe his range isn't that great, and that's what they're bringing up on their podcast, saying, well, he's a shitty shortstop. It's like, I don't agree with that, because like the guy just made 111. His streak's still going, by the way.
He's 113. He got lucky the other night. There was a play, but hey, it's a base hit in the books now. So hey, who cares? We're moving on.
Not gonna remember that in a few weeks. Yeah.
So right. Thank God I didn't play the day game yesterday.
So I like analytics, but it almost feels like sometimes with analytics you can cherry pick, you can nitpick, and be like, oh, because he's not as elite at this stat. Or he's not the most defensive run saved, or is whatever it is. Like, dude, you're watching him play shortstop. He's a surefire cannon for an arm, makes every play. Like, I'm good with that. And the way he hits, dude, I love it.
The bat.
Yeah. And he doesn't slow down the bat. So like, as far as like players that I love on this team, Jacob Wilson for me, when he's going and he's right, he's probably my favorite.
Yeah, he's one of my top few for sure. Kurtz has been hurting this year, along with, of course, a lot of other guys. Yes. Hurt in general, both, yes, but also at the plate, he does have his shining moments, but I mean, he's been hurt and just not really seeing the ball too well, along with half the other roster. But Wilson's definitely one of the favorites because of not only his hitting, but it's like it's one of those positions, kind of like maybe second base or like catcher, where it's like if you can hit the ball, then don't worry about the defense. But I mean, defense, like he's got both traits right now. He's hitting the shit out of the ball. And he's also got 113 plus games now of errorless streak and can win you ball games on defense. So, yeah, and maybe
say he loses the arm a little bit and he's not. It gets worse. His range gets worse or whatever. It's like you got Leo coming up, Leo DeVries. He's a shortstop.
Yeah,
you can always move Wilson to second. But right now, I'm not going to criticize a guy for setting a streak of 111 games and say, oh, his defensive run saved isn't this or his range isn't that. It's like that seems to me like a little bit of nitpicking. And like I said, I support those stats. I think WAR is a great stat. I think, FIP and, all the other numbers you want to throw at me. I respect him to a point. I'm watching the guy play. It's like he turns every double play. He makes every routine play.
He's only 24.
Dude,
I don't think he's fading any time in the next 3, 4, 5 years, except unless there's some ridiculous injury, which, hey, if he gets hurt again this year, shut him down. This brings us into our next point, dude. It's like, please wrap up your statement if you have anything else, dude. I apologize.
I just cut you off. Last thing I want to say about Wilson is, any survivors of the 2015-2016 Marcus Semien experience at shortstop, I think we should be appreciative of Jacob Wilson right now.
My most hated player on that team
for a while who
turned into the golden pony for the A's for a while. So
Ron Washington project for sure.
Yeah,
I'll let you go. Sorry.
No, and that was it, dude. Just going into our next topic was just the people who we need to shut down if they keep getting hurt. Kurtz finally gets shut down for the year. He's going to get his wrist, his hand, finger, whatever it may be. He's going to get it looked at and finally shut down for the year. Who cares? Like you mentioned earlier, we're going to lose 100 games. So be it. Get healthy.
I would venture to guess. I don't know the stat, but I would venture to guess maybe the O2As weren't even in the spot. But any team that's 47-74 this late in the year, they're not making the playoffs. So shut it down, dude. Anyone who has any sort of injury right now, shut that shit down. I don't want to get anyone hurt and compromised if we do have a next baseball season. I don't want anything affecting next season, especially from a lost season.
Geloff, Wilson, Kurtz. I mean, yes, Zach came back, but I mean, if he gets hurt again, like you said, dude, don't.
I do want Geloff playing to a point. If he gets hurt, shut it down. But he hasn't played a lot recently, so I do want him to get some confidence going into next year. Yeah. If he's right, but if he's not right, shut it down. Like I don't want any risks like that. So, yeah, I think that's what we got on the front of just shutting players down and making sure they're healthy for next year because that's now the priority. But I want to bring something up, like new little segment, but something I saw was it's kind of going around on Twitter and just like the MLB community. Jeffrey Yan, who's a prospect for the Mets. You've probably seen it if you're listening to this. Every time he strikes somebody out, dude,
I know
he does like this.
Now. Yeah.
He does like this, anytime he strikes somebody out, this guy, Jeffrey Yan, just got called up to the Mets. He does a kick in the air and jumps up any strikeout. You know how bad that looks? Say you're down in a game like 7-2, which by the way, if you're just getting called up, you probably are pitching a game like that. Mm-hmm. And you're gonna strike a dude out in a meaningless strikeout in the 8th inning down 7 runs or whatever, and you're gonna scissor kick. Yeah, like I'll shout out. I'm not a huge Mike Krukow guy, obviously, but like he would say, anytime some stuff like that would happen, he would say, "You would just go Bush." That's kind of what I thought. I was like, Bush, dude. That shit's Bush League. Like, come on, man. You're gonna jump up and do a scissor kick because you struck somebody out in the 8th inning of a meaningless game. Like, you just got called up, dude. You just got called up, Rook.
You just that's literally your profession. You were brought up to get guys out, so now you're gonna celebrate in people's faces. But I guess there's a few things that might be considered Bush.
Yeah, you got one for me? You got any Bush League or not?
I got a couple of Bush. Yeah, we'll call it Bush League or not. Bush or no Bush. How you like it? So give me your stance on just pimping a homer, just getting a hold of one and just launching that ball. Go get it out of the ocean.
I think moment plays a huge, like, what's the situation? That plays a huge part into it. Like I said, if it's a meaningless homer, probably kind of Bush. But if you're Max Muncy against Madison Bumgarner, and Bumgarner's complaining after pitch 1 to the umpire about not getting a call, and he's notoriously a crybaby about guys pimping homers, I love it. Like, that's why I love a pimped homer. Or Jose Bautista hitting a huge 3-run homer in the playoffs. Like, dude, throw that bat to the right field, dude. I don't care. Like, that's where it calls for. As long as you're not like doing it to, like, I don't know how to explain it. As long as you're not pimping it at the other team, like you're firing your guys up. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. And like those big spots where you're either extending a lead or you're taking the lead or you're tying the game or just stuff like that. Fire me up. Let's go. And those fans are going to be right behind you. I love it. I mean, like you said, it all depends on the situation, on the pitch, on the situation in general.
So I would say not Bush.
No, I'll go with you. Not Bush on that. That's fine with me.
What about how do you feel about a pitcher getting taken out, knowing he's going to get taken out, and he maybe like just gives the ball to the manager before even saying anything to him, or like if you're Trevor Bauer, you throw it over the center field wall.
I think it's kind of Bush. I'll say Bush on this one only because it's like you're a grown man. Yes, I get it's frustrating, and you might want that hitter. But say you just walked the bases loaded or something like that, you gave up a run or you gave up a hit, and now the tying run's on third, and you got Chapman behind you. It's like, no, I want that ball. Or famously, who was it? Kapler or whoever it was who took the ball from the other.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, yelling at him, and Kapler just turns around. He's like, go fucking sit down.
He goes, I'll see you in the hallway. Yeah, I'll see you in the hallway down the dugout. Yeah.
Yeah, it's shit like that. Bush, dude. You're a grown man. You did your job, or you didn't do your job. Go home. Go make your hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars a year and go do it next time.
I remember when that Bauer thing happened when he threw the ball over the center field wall before Tito Francona. We're talking about Terry Francona, a World Series champion manager and legend, Hall of Fame manager, coming out to take the ball from you. And I knew what led up to that in that game. He had like a couple blue pits, infield singles, like walked a guy. It's like, okay, yeah, you're probably not getting the best breaks right now, but that's baseball, dude. Like, it's not. Francona's pulling you. It was hilarious. Don't get me wrong, but also it's like, I mean, you don't do that. Yeah. You don't show up your manager.
Yeah, you're literally throwing, especially someone like Tito. It's like you're grabbing that ball and taking it and launching it 340 feet to center, and the center fielder just.
Yeah, that's right. I forget who it was in center field, but yeah, he like the ball like went over his head, and the center field was like turned back, like, who threw that? Yeah, it's insane.
So we're both agree Bush, right, for relievers.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, showing up your manager, 100% Bush.
Got you. How about like big strikeout, or you bad error on defense, and you get back to the dugout, or right after the strikeout, you break your bat, you slam your helmet, you're throwing your gloves off, you're throwing shit to the bat boy, your assistant coach, or some stuff like that. How you feel about that? I guess I would say that out on my end.
I would say like slamming equipment, like I would say that's pretty Bush, but it's not Bush, I guess, if you go back into the dugout and do it.
Does that make sense? Like a hide it and do it. Like
because you're doing it more in private. But if you're like, say you end the inning and you like take off your helmet, and you slam it, your gloves, throw them on the ground, kind of leave it for the bat boy and walk away. It's like, dog, you just struck out in a big league game, dog. Like, just wear it.
So could be, I guess, the same question, but like when people get thrown out of the ball game, how do you feel about people grabbing like the cooler and shit and throwing it on the field, throwing the grenade rosin and shit?
Wow. I mean, doing a full Lou Piniella, like putting dirt on spikes and Ozzie Guillen and yeah, dude. I mean, I love those. We haven't had one of those. Your ass is in the jackpot type of ejections. We haven't had one of those in a while.
No,
Aaron, dude, I used to love the John Boy clips. Yes, Aaron Boone. Oh, the ejection he had against the A's and Asterio Reeves was at the plate, and it was the fan behind the dugout that yelled at the umpire, and because the umpire right behind the Hunter Windelstedt.
Yeah,
Hunter Windelstedt, home plate umpire, yells at Aaron Boone, goes, "That's enough, Aaron. That's enough." And Aaron's like, "Okay, all right, that's fine." And then dude behind Aaron is sitting behind the dugout, and he just yells, "Come on, Blue!" And then Hunter thinks Aaron said it. The home plate umpire thinks Aaron said it, and he goes, "You're gone." And Aaron's like, "I didn't do it. I didn't say it.
That was, I forgot. Wasn't it like a random like Wednesday day game?
It was a day game, yeah, middle of the week against the A's, and it was like literally first batter of the game. And Hunter Wendelstedt was having none of it, dude. He's probably hung over behind the plate. Like, dude, you're not wearing me out about balls or strikes right now. Yeah, 100%. And so the fan said something behind Boone, and Boone goes, "I wasn't being those guy behind me." Yes. If you haven't seen that clip, dude, John Boy has a fantastic breakdown of that video. That's probably my all-time favorite ejection.
That's so funny.
It's hilarious.
John Boy's old videos of just the lip reading and breakdown of everything. I mean, granted, he's still doing it and he's still killing it, but I mean, his old stuff is so freaking funny, dude.
As far as throwing, like, okay, so back to the Bush or not, as far as like managers doing that, I don't think it's Bush, just personally, because it's like, hey man, whatever. You're the manager. You're gonna get tossed. Maybe you're doing it to fire your boys up because your boys are on a losing streak. You can't hit or whatever it is. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's to a point. All of these topics, honestly, are kind of situational
to a point. Yeah, because I think it gets to it. It's like if you're crawling against, on the field and throwing your rosin bag as a grenade, then maybe it might be a little bit Bush, but still hilarious. Don't get me wrong. But I'll agree. Actually, what was your stance on like the hitters, or you said it depending on like if you're hiding it more in like the dugout, stuff like that.
Yeah,
breaking stuff, slamming your helmet, and breaking your bat against the cooler or something. Yeah,
like that. I remember Big Papi, I think, took a bat to like the helmet rack or the phone or whatever it was in Baltimore. Like he obviously wasn't. I think he got ejected for saying stuff after that, but he didn't get ejected for that. Like he was still yelling at the umpire. Then the umpire tossed him. Then Papi, I think, just lost it and went out and yelled at the umpire. So Bush, like to me, Bush League is like you're doing it kind of to the other team. Like these are more, I don't know. Like that's more like an unwritten rule, I guess. Like
I guess that's fair. Like maybe, like you said, it's situational, depending. Yeah. If you're kind of just showing off to show off and be, theatrical, then maybe Bush. You got any more? I
have a couple, but I would say throwing at a hitter intentionally when you're down on the count. Like say you go 2-0, this guy's probably got great numbers against you, or he hit you for a homer earlier and you got nobody on base, 2 outs, and you just throw one and plunk him in the back. That's Bush League because you went down 2-0 in the total Bush.
Or if you're down by like 8 and people are just talking shit, and then you're just like, oh, let me just throw at Hunter Strickland versus Bryce Harper. Let me just throw at him and let's run it. I'm charging the mound too.
That's a hilarious charge. Because I mean, dude, trying to throw one of those helmets, it's impossible. But Harper's just so mad, he's like ready to kill him.
Strickland's a big dude too.
Both of them.
Yeah, I guess
Strickland was a big dude. Yeah.
That was Harper still on the Nats too, right? That was when he was doing the Nats.
Yeah, that was years ago now. Yeah.
2 teams that shouldn't be fighting either.
You wouldn't think. You wouldn't think. I can see
Giants and Nats in San Francisco. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe Giants, Padres, or Dodgers. Whatever.
Whatever. But Bush. No, I agree for that one for Bush.
For sure, Bush. Yeah. Falling behind the count, and just going, all right, I can't strike this guy out. I can't get him out. I'm just gonna plunk him. That's
even if you're hitting him square in the back, I'm giving you all. What is it? What's the James Shields quote or whatever? I'm giving you all 78.
I'm giving you all, whatever.
Yeah.
No, Jared Weaver, dude. I'm giving you all
Weaver.
88.
Same pitcher.
Oh, dude. Oh my God, it's another great clip. Jared Weaver talking about Kyle Seager taking his sweet ass time in the box, and I think he's being interviewed by Carabas and Braden.
Yeah,
and he just talks about Kyle Seager taking his sweet ass time in the box, and he's pissing him off. And Kyle just keeps putting his hand up like, time, I need more time. And Weaver's like, dude, get in the
what are we doing?
Box. Yeah, get in the box so I can just drill you with all 88. So great.
End of his career, who gives a shit?
Yeah, no, he's giving up 5 already in the third. Yeah, he's over it.
No, I don't have any more. Do you have any more?
I would say the last one I got is just bunting late in a no-hitter.
It's kind of.
I feel like it's to me that's very Bush, but I feel like people know that's Bush, so they just don't do it.
Yeah, if
you're
really
doing that, like that's how you start a brawl in a series.
Yeah, but don't be Jeff McNeil bunting to get the tie runner on in the bottom of the ninth to tie. You put a great bunt down. Don't get me wrong. You get on base, and now you're the tying run or whatever, or the tying runs now. And
the A's were down. Yeah, the A's were down. This is a few weeks ago, but the A's were down 2, I believe. Kenley Jansen on the mound, and third base is wide open. The guy on, too. So I think McNeil was the tying run if he got on. Third base is open. They're playing back. He puts one down the line. Perfect bunt. I thought that wasn't Bush at all because it's a 2-run game. There's no hitter. There's a 2-run game. It's like he's just trying to get on base, trying to win. Yeah. And Kenley took exception for some reason to that.
Started hollering and was like getting at Jeff for bunting. It's like, dude, it's the bottom of the ninth. I'm the tying or winning run. It's like, why would I not take a free base and get on?
Yeah, that didn't make any sense. Yeah, I didn't understand that at all.
That was like that Contreras shit. And then when they were in, when they were here, when the Red Sox were in sack, that was wild too. But that was against his own team.
Yeah, I would say bunting late in a no hitter, obviously Bush, but I don't think just nobody does it anyway. So
yeah,
all right, but Jeffrey Young, don't stop the scissor kick shit, dude. This is a big moment. Like, what are you doing? You're just jumping up and down after every K. Like, you just got called up, Rook. Relax. How about you get some innings under your belt? Anyway.
Agreed.
Yeah, so we've got another, well, I guess it's up for debate. Our last tailgate draft.
Yeah.
We've got a little bit of a crisis.
We got a protest in session. We have a protest in session.
Tailgate draft last week. I thought, well, okay, so here's what happened. We ended the voting at a certain point. And I had won by 1 vote.
24 hours after the post was listed, on not only TikTok but X and Instagram.
Yes,
absolutely.
And all voting was done after those 24 hours. But the timer you set on the TikTok one, you accidentally put for a week, right?
Yeah, it was my first time ever doing it on TikTok. I didn't realize I did 7 days. Yeah,
which is fine. Whatever, that's cool. But the issue we have now is that you check the TikTok poll on that vote, and you beat me 21-4 out of 25 votes.
So at the time of the 24 hours after it was posted, you technically had won the draft because we did the poll of 24 hours on TikTok as well, which you had won. I think it was like 4-2 or 5-2, which in 24 hours with Instagram, X, and TikTok, you had won 14-13.
Boom.
6 days later, right?
Yeah,
I go back on TikTok to just check and see how it did, whatever. Didn't realize that we had 25 votes now, and I had gotten 21 of them. So
here's where I'm at. I want to win it. I want to win one of these drafts badly. I want to beat your bots, okay? But the issue is, if I win by 1 vote after 24 hours, 14-13, and it's mostly like our friends and family voting and whoever. But then you post a poll a week later on TikTok with kind of just randoms voting. I feel like we get more of a good consensus. And then with the margin being so drastic of you beating me, I don't want to win that way. And
I see that for sure. I'm never going to turn down a win. Don't get me wrong.
Don't be humble about it.
Humble brag. But I'm all for the 24 hours, but if we just want to extend it to maybe just this one platform being more than just 1 day, we might get a better response. But I took a poll from 24 hours and you had taken the win by 1. And then now that, we're what is that, 17, 16 votes later, and it's not really that close. I guess we'll just ride it out and get better consensus going forward.
I'm going to say you won last week. That's where I'm at. I'm going to say you won last week because I feel like we got more of a better consensus of votes.
That's fair.
And you won by a wider margin. And
shout out to everybody who is voting. Yes. TikTok especially, there's probably 22 to 23 of you, which it's not a big vote, but hey, that's 23 extra people who have chimed in, and our randoms. There a lot of guys have been following us. A lot of you guys have been responding to us, leaving comments, and we have to shout all of you out for that. So if that's going to give us the better consensus going forward, then absolutely, dude.
In good faith, I don't want to ignore those people. I want to shout out those people. So those people want you to win, you win. That's where I'm at.
And to all you bots who voted for me, thank you so much.
Dude, I swear to God, you got some. Anyway, whatever, you got it. So we got another draft this week. This one is, I guess, unique features in stadiums.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Unique features in stadiums, like
stadium oddities, like
oddities.
Yeah. The list will make more sense once we start random. Yeah, I don't really know how to.
I don't know how to title it, but yeah, it's unique features of MLB ballparks, past or present, by the way.
Okay, got it.
Past or present. All right, so you won the last draft. That's decided. You want to go 2-hole?
2-hole. I need the wraparound. I think
that's a good pick because I think there's 3 that are like definite great ones.
So, question for you as well. Mount Rushmore is 4, right? Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Well, do you want to do 4 or 5 this week?
I kind of want to do 5. I kind of want to do 5 going forward, like with every draft.
Okay, we'll do it. Let's do 5.
We didn't really discuss that, but I feel like 5 is, I don't know, it's a lot more fun.
gets you to do a lot more research in the future as well.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do 5. So we'll do 5 rounds, and it makes us
anything to win.
Yeah, and yeah, trying to. All right, so I got the 1 pick and the 4th pick. Yep. You got the 2nd and the 3rd, and so on and so forth, snake style.
Yes, sir.
All right, here we go. All right, so unique features in stadiums. I think my 1-1, it's close to home, and it's actually the feature of a ballpark that made me think of this idea to do.
Yep.
And it's the giant Coca-Cola bottle in San Francisco.
Yep.
I think there's nothing else like that. Okay, wait. I didn't think about this. Do I get the glove as well?
Yes.
Or is that separate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So I get the glove and the Coke bottle.
Yes.
All right. That's huge. That's huge.
That is a really big one.
Yes. I was debating between the 3 in my mind that were like huge, but
no, it's such a staple. I mean, even just playing like MLB The Show over the years, like of course if you're playing at Pac Bell Park, AT&T Park, whatever it may be, that's the drone shot, that's the aerial shot, the Coke bottle slide being, there for the kids or the tourists and everybody else, and just like it's such a staple. It's awesome thing.
Growing up, learning that Coke bottle was a slide blew my mind.
So
what
crazy,
do you mean you
right?
could slide down the Coke bottle? Yeah, it blew my mind. So I think it's a really cool feature of the ballpark.
Yeah, no, I like that a lot.
In a ballpark with many features, by the way. There's a lot of cool stuff with that park. It's
great
one of the
food.
Best, obviously.
Great food.
You ain't lying, dog. It's a great park.
All right, so Kobe with the 1-1 is going to be the Coke bottle and the glove out in San Francisco. Yep. My number 1 pick, I'm gonna do the Green Monster. I got to do the Green Monster in Boston. I think that's just a historic piece to an all-around great stadium as well. We'll get some insight from you because Robbie actually was in Boston, feet on the ground. So, he mentioned it himself. I would love to go in the future, but he said he got emotional walking in there, dude. It's got to be like Wrigley where you just, it's such a historic place. I would absolutely get emotional as well.
Oh, dude. I mean, Fenway for me is my 1-1 ballpark. I think it's the coolest park. We did our stadium draft, and I took it 1-1 for a reason. Yeah. Like that to me is the pinnacle of MLB ballparks. And the Green Monster in particular, the A's were just there, right? The A's actually posted, I think it was Max Muncy and Henry Bolte signing the wall inside the wall. The Green Monster
that was really cool.
That's really cool, man. Like you imagine how many names are in that thing.
It would take me a week just to walk through that the under the tunnel and just go from there.
I would gladly get any sort of disease from being inside there for more than 8 hours. I play, yeah.
Touch some piping and lick your hand, yeah.
Or just breathing in whatever's in there, yeah.
Awesome. All right, so my 2-hole is going to be the Ivy in Wrigley. I got to do it. I got to steal it from you, dude.
This is
my boss need to come back through.
As soon as you put up the 2 to go second in this draft, I went, he's going to take either the Coke bottle and the Ivy and the Green Monster. Those are the 3 in my mind. The Green Monster, the Ivy, and the Coke bottle, I think, are the 3 coolest things in MLB as far as like features like that. So I think you got
as long as Chicago keeps the Ivy live, because when it starts to die off and it's just brick, it's like, all right, it's hard to run into.
All these ballparks have padded walls. You run into, PCA is probably one of the most elite, center fielders in our time. He just doesn't care. He'll just run into that thing. It's like, it's dangerous. So yeah, they got to keep that Ivy. They got to keep that Ivy luscious.
It ain't gonna move.
I mean, what other ballpark can you hit a baseball and it gets lost in the wall?
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Right, that's true.
Yeah, it's legit happened where it's just like a ball's gone. It's just in there.
Hey,
hand up, gone. The ball's gone.
Gotcha. So my 1 and 2 Green Monster and the Ivy and Wrigley, and Kobe with the Coke bottle and glove is 2-hole. Go for it.
All right, my 2-hole. I
think I know where you're going with this.
I gotta go back to Fenway.
Okay.
And I'm going Pesky Pole.
Okay. Did not expect that.
Because Pesky Pole is like, it's such a weird wall where you could have a seat right behind it and like you're facing center field.
Yeah.
And then people write their signatures on the wall and the history of that thing and like how it bends, and there's just no way you can easily tell if a ball's fair or foul whenever it's hit down there.
Yeah, you don't know until the reaction of the crowd usually, or like the right fielder's like diving into the crowd to try to catch it. I mean, it's only 302 feet from home plate. I mean, simple little pop outs, man. They can wrap around that thing.
Yeah, the dimensions in that ballpark are insane, dude. Like left field, Green Monster, and then center field, you got this like triangle in the middle that's 410, and then 380 to deep right, and then it's like 290 to the pole. It's like, what the hell's going on out there? Yeah, no, I love it. I absolutely love it. So I'll take Pesky Pole in my 2. Okay. I wanted Fenway, some sort of Fenway representation in there. It is my favorite ballpark.
Got it. All right. Am I up or are you?
I got one more.
Okay.
I got the 4-5.
Please don't take it.
I'm gonna go with Towles Hill, old Houston Towles Hill in center field with the big ass pole in center field. Where, dude, you got a 90-foot wide, 30 feet incline to get up that thing. Like, could you imagine being Jim Edmonds trying to catch a ball on that thing? Like, if the highlights in the early 2000s and the mid 2000s of players making great plays on that, it's so
National League Astros.
Yeah, man.
Oh, that's a great pick. I didn't even it was out there. I just didn't even write it down. It's the stuff like that you don't really just think of. That's
you forget
pick.
About.
Yeah, that's a great pick.
Towles Hill, I think Tal was the owner of the Astros back then, and that was like I don't even know the distance it was to straightaway center, but it was deep. And then you got that big pole in play. Like it's just like, where else do you get that? No other sport do you have just random objects in the field of play. Like hockey, you've got one size rink. Football, you got one size field. Basketball, one size court. No objects in the way. It's like, dude, baseball's so funky and weird like that. I love it.
All right, do I have back to back here, or am I just
back here?
Okay.
Back-to-back. Yep.
Got it. So I'm actually going to stay in Houston. I'm going to go with the Minute Maid train, the orange train. I mean, I hate it. I hate it with all my life because you know how many freaking times that conductor's been going back and forth when the Astros play the A's. Or, I mean, hey, you watch Altuve or whoever hit a tank in the playoffs against Chapman.
I was about to say, whenever I think of that train, I think about Albert Pujols in like 05 or 06 or whatever year it was, probably 06, and just breaking Astros fans' hearts, hitting a tank over that thing. Yeah.
Soler in the playoffs, hitting it over.
Soto. Soto from the opposite side, from the lefty box. Like, I remember he hit one that was off the train or something. Yeah, the train is sick. It is cool. I got to say, it just goes
It's cool when the roof's open too, and the guys hit it over the tracks into the outside out of the stadium. I mean, you got to get a hold of it, but I mean that's so cool.
Yeah. I think Billy Butler with the A's did that once, where he crushed the ball and went out of the stadium.
Butler's got a few homers that are very memorable for the A's.
You could say a few, maybe just a few.
He's got a few $1 million that he was also owed as well.
$33 million for 3 years. Yeah, I've not forgotten that contract. Fucking bum.
All right, so 3-hole the train. Okay.
Oh, you got one more. Yeah, you got one more.
Okay. So train, and then I'm actually going to go with. I'm going to go the Tampa Bay Rays Stingray, or I guess it's technically not a manta ray. It's a Stingray tank that they have at the ballpark. I just think it's kind of cool. Dude. It's something that you think about when you play the Rays. I mean, it's kind of a touristy thing, something for the kids, but I think it's pretty cool. The Ray tank.
I got to say, I was not going to draft that. I think the tank's.
That's fine.
I don't think the tank is worth a shit. Whatever, dude.
Okay. Hey, okay.
Okay. Hey, if we're gonna be serious about these drafts, ever since Rob came on, I'll start poking holes in your picks, dude.
That's fine. Where's Peter?
Yeah. Hey, fucking stingrays suck, dude.
Hey, how dare you? Hey, swim with manta rays in Hawaii if you ever go. Coolest experience I've ever done in my life.
Yeah, sure. I'll do that next week.
Yeah, pencil it in the next time you're there. Okay?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All right. So I got back-to-back my last 2 picks of the draft.
Shit.
And I'm shocked. I'm absolutely shocked this one got back to me.
I know where you're going.
I'm going the Western Metal Supply Company.
Yep.
Left field foul pole. They built Petco Park around this building. It's 117 years old. It's awesome. I think they have a bar on top of it or something, and the Western Metal Supply Company building is incredible in San Diego.
Cool.
Signature.
I've actually been in the Padres Pro Shop 4 times in my life, and I've never seen a game.
Gotta change that.
Upset. I don't understand how that's possible. Great team store.
I'm shocked that one got back to me. All right. I got one more.
Bots will come through, don't worry.
I don't want that. Bots will come through. Yeah, asshole. Yeah, of course they will. I'm going.
This is your last. This is your last one.
This is my last. 5? This is my last, and then you got.
Gotcha. Just ignore me staring down. I got the notepad going. So.
No, same. Yeah, I'm looking at my notes right now, trying to figure out what I want. I'm debating between 2.
Yeah,
but I think the one that you're gonna take is the one that I'm gonna try and snipe from you.
Okay.
And I'm taking the old Texas ballpark Arlington berm in center field.
Okay. Yeah.
Berm was awesome. I'm so upset that they have that new ballpark in Arlington or in Texas.
That new one is just so bland, man.
To me, it seems very stale and bland. It seems very corporate. And when the old ballpark in Arlington, I understand they needed a roof because it's so damn hot there. But also, dude, the berm in center field was awesome. I love that thing.
Same thing as not Philly, St. Louis. It's like those playoff runs where the ball is hitting on the berm and you got the fans running and fighting over it.
Are fans allowed to go on the berm in St. Louis? I don't think they are.
I don't think they're technically allowed no matter what.
But in Texas, they were.
Right. Yeah. I thought St. Louis was like ill-advised. Maybe I don't know. I'd have to do some.
I don't remember any homers in St. Louis. I might be wrong, but I think it was just in Texas. But I do like the berm in St. Louis too. But I'm just
Texas
saying,
for sure was a lot of fans running on there for sure.
What was cool about it is you see the mad dash of people like sliding because there's an incline too, and it's wet grass. People sliding all over the place trying to get a baseball after a homer. Like I get it.
Yeah. Like those. No. Wherever you're going with that.
I had a random thought. Sorry. Could you imagine if like Barry Bonds hit his record-breaking home run on that hill?
Oh my!
The amount of people that would have been on that hill. I mean.
The video of the one in San Francisco is ridiculous.
Yes.
People from 7 rows over climb and stage dive and just like, am I doing the same thing? Yeah, because that's a $1 million ball. But I couldn't.
I love the bet. What were you gonna say?
Just think about that at like McCovey Cove if that happened too. If he hits it in McCovey, I'm jumping.
Yeah, no, I mean the Cove is awesome.
So my 5-hole, and to wrap it up, I'm gonna go Arizona, the pool. It's not really my favorite. I was going between the two. The other one I was going to go with was the hotel out in center field with Toronto. I like that a lot. It's kind of like a below the radar thing going on, but I mean, it's a dream to go there. But I think I'm going to go. Yeah, I'm going to go with the pool in Arizona.
No stingrays in this pool.
No stingrays in the pool. I mean, they kind of designed it. Vegas, the minor league ballpark has the pool in right center as well. Kind of like matches the Diamondback Stadium. I mean, it's cool. You saw when the A's were there, they had the Diamondbacks color commentator sitting in the pool doing some stuff. So I mean, it's cool. It's something for people to go do while you're there. But yeah, no, it's just something to bring some fans in, something to bring some stuff together.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned one of your honorable mentions. I've been
big water guy.
Big water guy in this draft. No, I think that's a good pick. Honestly, like, did we overlook McCovey Cove? I guess that could have been drafted.
I was kind of like going back and forth between it. I know it's like an oddity, but it's like it is a great pick.
It's also a body of water. Like you're taking the whole bay.
It is the ocean. To go get it out of the ocean.
So I don't know. Yeah, I guess that could have been picked.
I guess yes. Yeah, it's kind of like Lansdowne and all those other stuff too. Is like, is it technically part of the ballpark, part of the stadium? Yeah, it's brought into play, but
I guess for this sake, it wasn't going to be drafted.
So, right. Kobe, you've got the Coke bottle and glove in San Francisco. You got the pesky pole. You got Tiles Hill. You have the Western Metal Supply Company in left field for San Diego. You're big I would say big NL West guy, but I guess not really.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then you got the berm in. I'll give you the berm for both, but mostly Texas.
I want Texas, yeah. Just because of the fans going on.
And then I've got the Green Monster, the Ivy in Wrigley. I've got the Train in Houston. I think top three's got it, but then the last two fall off real fucking hard.
You said it on me. I think it's my best chance to win.
Calling all bots. And then I got the Ray Tank in Port St. Lucie. No, I'm just kidding. In Tampa Bay. And then we got the pool in right center.
Big water guy.
Big water guy.
No, it's a fun draft. That was one I just thought of literally because of the Coke bottle. And I was like, oh, there is kind of like
there's a lot of features.
Yeah.
I did initially put down the foul territory at the Collie.
I guess that would be part of it, but to me it's not that
it's not like cool. A crazy I mean, it is an oddity because it no other real ballpark has it like that. But
it's an oddity out of necessity because the Raiders need to play there.
That's also very fair. Yeah, that's also very fair. But no, that was a good one. I think this is going to be a really close one.
I hope so, man.
We'll see. Everybody listening, go vote.
I got some honorable mentions. What I got the Brewer slide in Milwaukee after the homer.
Yeah, okay.
I was debating between my last one, between the berm and that one. I'm glad I went with the berm, to be honest. Roberto Clemente wall, 21 feet high in right field in Pittsburgh. I think that's just really cool. It's not that like unique, but it's 21 feet high for him. I think it's pretty cool.
Triples Alley
in San Francisco. Yep.
I also really like the small little cutout in Pittsburgh. By the bullpen, that little cutout and left center.
Yeah,
I like that's cool. What was the one that you just mentioned?
Oh, you mentioned earlier, but the hotel in Toronto, I think, is another one.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, you mentioned the rock formation in Colorado.
Yes,
the trees and everything like that.
Yeah, and then Anaheim as well. They got that too.
Yeah.
So.
Seeing that in person was not as cool as I thought it'd be, to be honest.
No. I mean, that's kind of like putting lipstick on a pig, really. So.
Hey, hell yeah.
All right. I mean, this is one of our longest episodes, probably the longest we've ever had. Probably
a lot of fun this week.
Well, I mean, we took a lot of time off, man. So it's fun to actually get behind the mic again and catch up and do this. So.
Hell yeah. No, a lot of fun, and can't wait for the next one, and we'll keep this train rolling.
We're going to watch as many of these A's games as we can. Can't promise how in-depth we'll go into them. But if there's any more news, like a GM firing, then we're going to cover it. So
just like today, they don't have a game. So, hey, they can't lose, right?
They can't hurt us. We can't be hurt.
Thank you, Rance. Shout out.
Yeah. All right. That's going to do it. Please vote for this draft. We could use all the votes we can get a more true winner. And yeah, this is the Faithful Few. That's my co-host Nick. I'm Kobe. Go A's.
Go A's.
So you need a place to be a community, to talk about all your feelings, to talk about the excitement of the team. And that's where the Faithful Few podcast can lend a helping hand. So I wish you luck through this. It's not easy when you lose a team, something that's near and dear to your heart, and there's conflicting thoughts and feelings and emotions. There's ups, there's downs. Do we root for them? Do we feel good? Do we want them to suck? Wherever you are, you're allowed to be. And that's why podcasts work. Go see my friends at the Faithful Few podcast, hang out with them. And I will tell you this about the A's. They're a fun team to watch. They just need bullpen help.